So what I found interesting, right, was his whole thing is I feel like it's a two-sided thing. You know what I mean?
And I
I
read
feel
some
like well here let's watch the
about
video.
this.
Let's watch the video so y'all can know.
I had read some comments about this, so.
World champion on their head. World champion of what?
So his whole thing is
The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Okay, look, boom. I think this is a cheap shot towards the NBA in a way. You feel me? But my whole thing, and then all the NBA players get on his head, right? So, right, the NBA.
And Drake.
Yeah, even Drake was on his head. I think Drake made a comment.
Yeah,
Drake reacts. He thought his speech was gonna be hard in the mirror the night before. Okay. So everybody on his head, right? I feel like one side of it, he's trying to just say like it's more out there than the USA. We kind of are being so big-headed towards the situation.
Right.
Like we're kind of being just egotistic, big-headed. Huh?
A car crash.
Oh.
Sorry.
So he got in a car crash, but
Yeah.
we trying to be big-headed towards the situation. Whatever, right? That's the one aspect I think he was shooting for. But then the other aspect of it is the NBA, the NFL, right? My boy Kev plays, overseas and for like football, right? And it's not the NFL, you know what I mean? Like, yes, they're playing football over there, but he still wants to get to the NFL. This is the biggest stage in the world, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, literally, this is the biggest stage in the world. You have people playing. He played in all other little countries. I know I got another homie, my Haitian partner from Chicago. He out in, like, Brazil playing football, but it's not the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, the football is worldwide, but, again, it's not the biggest stage, which is the NFL. Same thing with basketball. You see, like, Luka, and that's a lot of foreign players out there, right? Mm-hmm. But they're still trying to get to the NBA. Nobody's like, oh, I don't want to go to the NBA. I'm going to go play basketball in Canada. You know what I mean? Right. Anybody that's in Europe, they're still trying to get to the NBA. So it's like a guarantee, or it's like a given that the NBA could say this is the world championship. You know what I mean? Yes, it is in the US, but this is, I'm pretty sure, one of the longest basketball, the oldest basketball organization. Now we're not saying that it's they don't play basketball in other little places like that, but nobody's playing it at the level that the NBA is. Even like the number one the NBA draft pick for this year was Wembanyama, whatever his name is. Why Alexa just cut off? Oh. But yeah, the number one draft pick by the Spurs was like Wembanyama, whatever. But he's from France, you know what I mean?
All right.
So again, he's played in the little French league and still tried to get to the NBA. So him saying like whatever about the US and about the NBA, why do they say that they're the champions of the world, is like irrelevant, because everybody in the world is still trying to get to that stage. NBA, NFL, soccer's a little bit different. I think you're trying to get over to Europe, but I don't know. It might be changing because Messi just, one of the biggest soccer player, Messi, is playing in Miami now. You know what I mean? So stuff is changing, but for basketball, football, guarantee this is the NBA, NFL is like top notch, professional, where everybody in the world is trying to play in. You know what I mean?
So I get that. I understand exactly what you said. I never thought of it that way. But I think what he was trying, like, obviously, I'm pretty sure you understand what he was trying to say. But from what he was trying to say, and then like the comments I read, I felt like he was saying basically when they're running like track, the Olympics and stuff like that, it's like different people from across the world he's running against. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not running against somebody, or like the game in general, the track and field, he's saying in general, he's competing against worldwide people. It's not LA, like that's the thing. Los Angeles Clippers or Miami, he's not running against cities. So that's what he was saying. Like, what do you mean you guys are world athletic champions when y'all playing in the States? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're literally like playing in the States. You're not going across the world, or you're not competing against people across the world. But then, I read the comments, and the comments were just saying like, I forgot where I was going with that. But I understood. I'm sorry, babe. But I understood what you were saying, because you're saying like everyone across the world is playing that game, right? Is playing that game. So that's why it's kind of like a world athletic.
It's the NBA is made up of foreign players. Like people are coming from, like even what's my boy from Denver? The Joker Jokic isn't from America. Right. He's from like Serbia or something like that. He played professional ball in Serbia, got to the NBA, and is a champion. You know, a world champion. He worked to get to the NBA.
Why do they limit it to the States, NBA and NFL?
Because I think it's just where like it originated in. So they just keep it here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And again, just think like if it was like
world, it would probably be longer.
Paris, I don't know, Globetrotters, you know what I mean? Playing the Los Angeles Lakers, so we flying all the way from LA to Paris, you know what I mean? Right. We flying from here to Italy, like that's not going on. But again, it's like because this is the little the world, whatever.
But I get what he's saying. He was saying as well. I don't think he was trying to like offend. Like basically the NBA or NFL players saying that y'all. You think he was?
No, I don't think he was, but he just took a wrong perspective. Like again, everybody in the NBA, everybody around the world, you could ask any little basketball player in Nigeria right now, where do you want to do? Like, how far do you want to go? Everybody's saying they want to go to NBA. Right. Ask any football player in freaking Japan, they gonna say, "Oh, you want to make it to the NFL one day?" You know what I mean? So that's kind of like irrelevant. But like it's different for track. I feel like because it's more so individual. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're representing your country. Basketball players, they're not like, "Oh, I'm representing the Lakers." You know what I mean? Like we just trying to get to the league to know that this is the elite level. Like I've made it. With track, it's like I'm trying to race against basically everybody in the world to get the fastest time. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, for your country. And then it's like the basketball, like NBA, they don't focus on the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they just put together, like even right now, the whatever little basketball stuff is going on right now, the World Championships or whatever it's called, they're not like LeBron's not playing in that. You know what I mean? Like Kevin Durant's not playing that. Kyrie's not playing in that. That's like the lower, I'm about to say like the rookies, the second, third year, they're playing in that. You know what I mean? Right. Most of these people like LeBron and them, they not playing in the Olympics and stuff like that no more. You know, like it's like the newer generation that's playing in these type of things. So it's really, you can't even say like we're putting our best talents out there because we don't really care. You know what I mean? They not worrying about the Olympics. They worrying about trying to actually win the championship. You know, nobody's trying to get hurt. Nobody's trying to do the little extra stuff with it.
I feel like him as an athlete, like how you said, I think he just said it like not even knowing what he was saying, basically like to make it make sense. But I feel like him as an athlete, he shouldn't have just said it. He should have, he should have just left it alone, because I feel like just respecting athlete to like another athlete. You can't go out there and play ball like how, you know what I mean, how they doing, and they not gonna try to go and run that 400 or that 100 and try to beat the time that you doing.
But again,
so I feel like a respect to athletes, you shouldn't have said anything to speak out against another athlete when in general y'all wouldn't cross, you know. Yeah.
But again, you gotta think, track is an individual sport. Right. You know what I mean? Basketball takes, you know, all 5 people on the court plus your bench players. Football,
but it takes individual work to make a team, if that makes sense. You can't just throw anybody out there. You have to individually. But
somebody could be a little not as good. Somebody could be a role player for the team. You know what I mean? They could not. They don't know how to play defense, but they might just be able to sit in the corner and shoot 3. So again, that's all I'm trying to say. Like it just takes a team to where track. It's like, if you didn't put in this amount of work, this, you're going to get exposed and there's nobody else you can blame. You know what I mean?
Like, you can't nobody finna be out there to push you or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Or help you.
It's if you start losing, it's nobody else that's going to pick you up like, come on, bro, like, go a little bit. You know what I mean? So, again, I think all he was saying was some BS at the end of the day. Yeah, he was just kind of speaking out the side of his neck a little bit. He tried to make a point. He thought he had some, just like Drake said. Yeah. But yeah, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. I ain't gonna lie.
And then for you to speak out too soon, like, you still gotta go to the Olympics and stuff. You don't know who finna come through and what you gonna do after. Now everybody gonna be looking at you like you crazy if somebody come and, you know, beat you or whatever. But he is fast. He is pretty good. See, he was like the fastest man. He beat Usain Bolt time
this week. First time, he became the fastest man in the world over. It's my first time since Usain Bolt. Oh no, he didn't beat Usain Bolt's time. He became the fastest in the world for the 1 and 2. Usain Bolt did that also. And real, he beat man from man. Usain Bolt special though. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, everything he was talking about was a little bit of BS. I think I remember this dude from like even like high school times. Like I remember his name.